All right. Think the notification just went out. I'm just gonna do the usual tweet it out just to be sure. You know what I should do? I don't do this, but I should do this. Um, do like a scheduled stream thing. Because I know that's like a thing a lot of people do. I just don't do it. Because YouTube makes it so confusing. Like when it comes to like scheduling streams, so I just don't bother. I hope I'm streaming on the right thing. I am. Okay, we're good. I thought for a second I was streaming on the wrong thing. Uh, oh shit. I got my headset like on the floor practically. What's up, Viral Edge? Thank you. Yeah, Chucky episode 7 tonight. That's why I'm doing it a bit earlier than I normally would. I would normally do these at like 8 or 9, but just in case we run late, I don't want to like be rushing to get out of here just so we can watch it. Because I hate how Chucky is like a cable show rather than just a streaming show, because I want to watch it at whatever time I want to watch it, but because it's on at 10, for me at least, I have to be there right there at 10. So like if I'm busy or something, like I just have to watch it the next day, I guess, which it's fine. It just comes on the next day. But like if you want to watch it within that hour, you can't wait 30 minutes or something. You have to wait like a full hour, you know what I mean? So it's kind of fishy. Perfect timing, just got out of practice. Congrats, thank you. Thank you, Al for Red. Is it supposed to just be Alfred? You start watching Cobra Kai. I mean, I've only seen the first Karate Kid. I liked it. I watched it a long time ago though, and I barely remember it. No, I remember it enough. Yeah, I remember it enough. I think I watched it in school actually. Like it wasn't even like something I watched on my own time. One of my teachers in high school showed us it. I think it was in psych. It was in psychology actually. You bet me your bank account a couple months ago we would have confirmation of Toby and Andrew. I did not say that. I said I'm betting that they'll be in the movie. I never said they'd confirm it. Confirming it, I don't know. I thought they would, honestly. I was like, no, they'll confirm it in the trailer. Why wouldn't they? And they didn't, but whatever. It's not confirmed, but to me it is. You know what I mean? Like it's not official, sure, it's not officially confirmed, but I would bet my entire life savings that they're in the movie. Like straight up. Every dollar I own, I would bet that they are in the movie. Not even exaggerating. I think I've seen Sex Education, just like the first episode. I don't think it's the type of show I'd watch, but it's not bad. I don't think it's the type of show I'd watch. Are you interested in seeing the Resident Evil movie? I've never seen the other ones, but I do want to watch it. I've played one of the games, so I'm at least somewhat aware of the universe. Somewhat. It was the second one, the remake. I actually played it on my Twitch channel, so if you want to see my first reactions to that game, go check out my Twitch. It's somewhere in there. I did it like a year or two ago, so it's you'd be scrolling quite a bit, but it's there. Congratulations, thank you, Lola Loud. What was your favorite book you read for high school? Oh boy. You know, I'm not even gonna lie, I think every book that I had to read for high school, I spark noted it. So like I don't think there's a single book from high school that I sat down and actually read the whole thing. There's some that I read portions of it, but for the most part, no. I haven't really read many books, but I have read some books like outside of school. Carrie, Stephen King's Carrie, I read, and I like that. I liked it a lot. Like the movie a lot too, though. So I only read it because of the movie. I read a couple of Walking Dead books too, like not the comics, but there's actual Walking Dead novels that Robert Kirkman made. I read those, and I only read it because of the Walking Dead. You know, that's just something I like. What else have I read? I read Percy Jackson actually. I did read that. That was for school. I did read that because that was actually I enjoyed that. But yeah, I just I'm not a reader, clearly. I don't think there's nothing wrong with reading, but like every time I read, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm reading a really good story here, but I could just go watch a story that's similar on a movie. It'll take me much quicker, and I don't have to actually try to like read. It sounds so lazy, but that's just how I am. I don't know. I like comics though. Not that I've read that many of them, but I do like them. There's going to be another trailer November 29th when tickets go on sale for Spider-Man. I'm sure it won't be like that different of a trailer though, and they're not going to show Toby. If they didn't show Toby and Andrew in this one, they're not going to show them in any other trailers. We're going to have to wait for the movie, which is fine. More excited for Spider-Man, Scream, or Jurassic Dominion? Definitely Spider-Man by far. I'm excited for Scream and Jurassic Dominion, but like, no, Spider-Man is like way way higher than any of those. Alawatch, thank you for the $2 donation. You should check out the book American Gods. Have never heard of it. Will I check it out? I don't know. Probably not, but I'll check it out. Like I'll look it up or something, but I'm not gonna um probably not read it. If I don't read many books, chances are I'm not reading many other books. What do you expect for this episode of Chucky? I have no idea, honestly. I'm expecting them to meet up with Andy and Kyle and talk to them and discuss what the hell to do. Do you like graphic novels? Graphic novels are comics, right? That's like the same. I've only read the Walking Dead comics and a couple of Marvel. That's it. That's literally it. So I'm not like well versed in that shit, but from what I have seen, they're pretty dope. They are. Reading is overrated. I mean, it's just not for me. Who do you think is gonna die tonight? Oh, that's a hard one because they've already killed off a lot of people. Probably the teacher. No, I don't know. Maybe not. I feel like Junior's dad dying would be like that. That could happen. Be more excited for Scream 5 or Jurassic World Dominion. That one is a close one. They're probably on the same level, to be honest. Do you like hockey? No, the only sports I really like are football, American football, and basketball. I don't really like hockey. There's something about hockey that just like it's fine, but like I don't know. It's too like when especially watching it, half the time you can't tell where the goddamn puck is. I hate going to hockey games too because they're like fucking freezing cold in there. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I prefer a warmer environment, and hockey stadiums are never warm, obviously. And I don't know. To me, if I'm gonna watch a sport, I just prefer not to watch hockey. I don't know. And when it comes to playing, I mean, I can't skate for shit, so I would rather not, unless it's just like street hockey, then maybe. I haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife. I haven't even seen the second one yet, so like I feel like I can't watch that one until I see the second one. Did you watch Invincible? No, but I've heard a lot about it, and I probably will watch it at some point because I do know that there's a lot of. Why did it say I got a super chat, but it's not popping up? It popped up on the screen, but it's not. Oh, there we go. JJ with the CA 1399. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you. I appreciate it. Would love your take or reaction to classic masterpieces like Ben Hur, Lawrence of Arabia, Bridge on the River Kwai. I don't know any of those, but maybe. I got a big list, so like, I don't know. You never know. Can you guys hear my dog in the background? he's like, he's making noises right outside of the door. Do you read horror books? I mean, I don't read in general, but from the ones I have read Carrie, so I guess there's one right there. I want to read it as well, so maybe I'll do that. Would you have an interest in reacting to the Transformers movies? No, because I've already seen them. Okay, well, I've seen the first couple. I didn't see the fourth or the fifth. Okay. And then I saw Bumblebee. But I've heard terrible things about those two to the point where I don't really think I would do a reaction to them. I don't. Maybe, probably not. I don't think I would. I've seen most of them, so it just wouldn't make sense, you know. Jason Carr, thank you for the $25. Congrats on 15K. Many more to go, of course. Proud to be a subscriber and friend. Thank you for continuing. Holy shit! Why are you guys donating so much? Thank you for continued great content and keep on being you. Thank you so much, Jason Carr. I appreciate it. And Bug, what a fantastic name. Thank you for the $20. Appreciate all your vids. Rami and Michelle, high school reunion, and Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie. You said this before, didn't you? I think you said the same thing before, and I had no idea what the hell you were talking about, but it was a movie, right? Or it was something. Because it was a weird name, and I had no idea what the hell you were talking about until I looked it up, and I was like, okay, that's a movie. Which is your favorite Spider-Man? It's a hard one. That's one of those questions you can't answer because... Alright, we'll break it down. So, in terms of the movies, Tobey's are the better movies, in my opinion, right? As a whole. I like the Amazing Spider-Mans. I like the MCU ones, but Tobey's ones, it's just a better story overall. But in terms of the actor's portrayal of the character, I can't really choose between them because they're all just as good. They're different too. Like that's what I think people kind of get wrong is they say that like Andrew isn't good because he's not like what Peter Parker's supposed to be like. But I don't really understand that because it's like it's a different take on it. But there's been many different takes on Peter Parker in the comics. There's not just one version of him. There's different types where he acts differently. There's different cartoons and stuff that he acts differently. It's not always the same exact person. All you have to be at its core is like this, you know, somewhat nerdy character who obviously eventually follows what his uncle was saying, and that's why, you know, when his uncle died, he started to follow through with that responsibility thing. And they all do that pretty well. I mean, obviously you don't have the Uncle Ben in the MCU one, but you don't really need it because you kind of know it's existing. I do wish they did the Uncle Ben thing in the MCU Spider-Man, but I get why they didn't, obviously. I don't know, in terms of the portrayal, they all do such a great job though. Like I don't think one's better than the other. They're very different though, which is why this movie is going to be so damn good, is because you're going to see them interacting with each other. And if they were all the same exact person, I don't think these interactions would be as interesting. But because they're so different, it's gonna work so damn well. You know what I mean? Like the tone of the movies were very different too, which is what's gonna be the most interesting, is because like Tobey's movies and his tone, they're so different. They are so different than the tone in the other movies. Like I don't know how that's gonna line up. Like I've been trying to picture it in my head. I can picture Andrew there. I for some reason just can't picture Tobey there. Like I don't. It's gonna be so weird. But I want to see how it works, and I hope they can do it well. The thing I'm worried about the most is I like comedy. I think comedy's fine, but I don't want them to get ridiculous with it. Like, I know they're going to do callbacks to the old movies. I know. Obviously, there's massive callbacks with little characters returning. And there's some quotes that should come back, like, with great power comes great responsibility. That should return. But if they do a bunch of, like... And here and there, I'm okay with it. But I got a feeling they're going to do some really cringy thing where, like, every character repeats a quote they said before in this movie, just as like a, oh, remember when he said this moment? Like Doc Ock's gonna be like, oh, Peter Parker, brilliant but lazy or something. Like he's gonna say some shit like that, or they're gonna say pizza time in a scene, it's stuff like that, which it would be funny here and there, but like I don't want them to overdo it, and I'm worried they're gonna overdo it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that would work. It would be funny, but like it just, I don't think it would work to have these characters repeat lines like this. And I feel like they're gonna try to quote as much of the really quotable lines from like the Tobey movies, for example. It could work. It just depends how they do it. I don't know. I was trying to look up if Danny Elfman was doing the music for The Flash coming up, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, so who is then? I'm okay. I mean, as long as they use the Danny Elfman music, then it's okay. Because that's important to keep in mind is that they don't need the original composer. I mean, it was better because the music can be better, but they don't need him to use his music. Like I've heard some people saying they're probably not going to use the Tobey Maguire theme of his Spider-Man in the new movies because um I think Danny Elfman had some falling out with Sam Raimi or something, and he wasn't even able to do Spider-Man 3, I don't think, but they still used his music and remixed it with a new composer because Sony owns the music. It's not Danny Elfman who owns it. They don't own it. They don't get to own the music. So I think they could still use that music, which I hope they do. I'm assuming Michael Giacchino is going to be the composer. I don't know. Mogley James with the 5. It's Canadian. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for the $5 donation. I've suggested this before, but you should really add Dances with Wolves to your watch list. I'll Google it right now. I will Google it right now, but I have a big ass list, man, so I'll add as much as I can. It's got some good scores. I'll add it. It's gonna be so hard to do all this though. There's just so much. I think you would like the Bad Boys movies. Those are on my list. Yeah, I do want to watch those. That would be a fun thing to watch. Andrew's my fave. Yeah, Andrew was great. Like, I actually really enjoy those movies. I'm gonna do a ranking of every comic book movie I've ever seen, which is pretty much all of them at this point. I only have a couple I haven't seen now. I'm gonna be watching them before Spider-Man comes out, and then after it comes out, we're gonna rank like all of them in this big tier ranking, and it's gonna be awesome because I love talking about these damn movies, and there's just so much to talk about with that. And for Spider-Man, you're gonna notice I pretty much rank all the Spider-Man movies pretty high. Like I don't think there's a single one of them that's not good. So if you wouldn't mind reading subtitles again, would love to see a reaction to Parasite. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that one, so I might. Yeah, I've seen the Fantastic Four. Actually, okay, so I saw the first like the two ones from the early 2000s when I was really young, and I recently rewatched them just to rewatch them. And they're pretty much I have the same opinion on them as I think I did when I was a kid. Like they're just fun movies. They're not really good, but they're just fun. The newest one though was god awful. And then I watched the one from 1994, and that one was even worse. That's like one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. It's terrible. But the newer one, I actually enjoyed like the first 40 minutes, and I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. And then like halfway through, they just shit the bed, and everything just was like, what are you doing with this? Like they just cut out a whole second act of the movie, just doesn't exist, and they're already in the end. I'll talk about it in a different video, but or in that other live stream we're gonna do because there's a lot to talk about with that. Hans Zimmer is something else. He is. I love that man's music so much. It's insane. Like I literally, you know how people look for movies based on what actor is in it usually, like they're like, oh, this actor is in this movie, so I want to watch it. I look for movies based on sometimes based on their composer. Like I'm like, okay, I know Hans Zimmer is composing this. That's one of the reasons I watched Dune. I wasn't gonna watch Dune at first. I didn't have that much of an interest in it, but people told me to. And then I saw Hans Zimmer did it, the composing, and I was like, all right, I have to watch it now. I'm glad I did because I actually did enjoy the movie itself, but the music was my favorite part of it. So, you know, Spanky McSpank. Thank you for the $5. Would you be mad if Toby and Andrew aren't in the film and consider the film bad? First of all, that's not going to happen. So, but we'll take your we'll take your word as a hypothetical. If they weren't in the film, would I be mad? Yes, but would I consider it bad? No, because I mean, it could still be really good, regardless. Like they don't need to be in the movie for it to be good. Their inclusion is not going to automatically make it go from bad to good. You know, if it's a bad movie, it's a bad movie. And I'm gonna be as unbiased as possible. Like if I watch the movie and I don't like it, I'm gonna say it, even if I'm like freaking out because Toby and Andrew are in it at first, because I will. If seeing them in it's gonna be amazing, but like it could still be a bad movie even with them in it. You know, it's possible. I hope not though. Apparently, Gigi will repeat his famous line on the bridge from the first one. You know, if it's I think I heard that in the trailer. It was a similar line, right? But it wasn't the exact same. I'm okay with that. But if it's literally word for word the exact same, then it's a little what the fuck, I guess. They could remix some of Danny Elfman's music. The original Batman and Spider-Man soundtracks are gold. Yeah, I hope they do. I like when they do. Oh my god, with these donations, man! $20 from Gary Horsfield. All-time faves: Tremors, Planet of the Apes. Not as mainstream, but would love to watch reaction. I think both of those are on my list actually. I did the Planet of the Apes trilogy, like the recent one, but I'm assuming you're talking about the original one from what was it, 1960 or something. I haven't watched that, so I do have that on my list. Who do you think will be the next James Bond? Actually, interesting point. I've never seen a James Bond movie, so I am going to be doing those someday. I think I had them on the polls, but I don't think people voted for them that much, so I'm not doing them anytime soon because of that. But I want to. I wanted to do the recent like little couple movies like Casino Royale and stuff, but I haven't seen a single one. I think a good James Bond. I mean, I don't know much about the character other than what I've heard from like people and stuff. Um, I heard a lot of people say Idris Elba would be cool. I think that would be fine. Who else? I saw someone mentioned someone. I thought it was really Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill would be awesome. What's the best pizza joint? Fuck, I don't know. The pizza I get is from like local places that they're not like big chains, so they're not really places anyone else would know about. Because like the normal pizza chains like Pizza Hut, Papa John's, I don't ever eat from those places, so I wouldn't know. Have you seen Lord of the Rings? I've seen Lord of the Rings. Yeah, we did. I did those on the channel in like February, I think. But I didn't do Hobbit. Yeah, we're gonna do Dark Phoenix. I wasn't originally going to, but I think enough of you said I should, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just do Dark Phoenix. Oh, by the way, I just watched Logan the other day, and you guys are gonna witness me crying like a bitch. Oh my god, I love that movie so much. I had such a fun time watching that movie. It was such a fucking good movie. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I have seen like I've watched the movie before, but I didn't pay attention when I watched it because I watched it with friends like 4 years ago. So I didn't remember anything basically. So when I watched it, I was like complete. It felt blind to me because I didn't remember pretty much 90% of what was happening, and that shit hit me hard. Like it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like full, completely, automatically moved up my list on my like rankings for comic book movies. Man, that shit's like top 5 now. It's so good. Okay, I wouldn't do every James Bond movie because there's like 20 something of them, right? I wouldn't do that. I would just do like the recent ones maybe, or some of the classic ones that people like a lot. I would do literally just the ones that people recommend, I guess. How's Buffy going? I haven't watched that many recently. I'm only on like season 1, so I'm not even that far, but I was mainly watching that back in like September. Haven't watched it in a while. New Mutants. Hey, that was the only X movie to get me teary eyed. I don't know if I'm gonna react to that one. It just depends what people say. It just depends what people say in the video. If people want to see it, yes, I'll do it. If they don't, then no, I won't. Oh, you meant Logan. Okay. I mean, did I get teary eyed in any of the other X-Men movies? I don't know. Nathan Birch with the 20 something. 20A. I'm assuming that's like Australian, maybe. Thank you so much. Love your work. I always enjoy watching your content. If you could pick a top 5 all-time favorite movies, what would they be? I think I know my list. Joker's number 1. I know people get triggered when I hear when I say that because they're like, "Oh, how could you pick a movie that came out 2 years ago? It's too recent." Um, what else would be there? I don't know. I don't remember the exact order. I know The Dark Knight's on there, Return of the King, and Terminator 2, and Avengers Endgame. That's my five right there. Currently, I would say that's probably my five. Thoughts on Jennifer Lawrence? Fucking great. I've only seen her in the X-Men movies, so based on what I've seen her in, she's been great in everything that I've seen her in. Oh, and I did see that one movie, Passengers, a long time ago. I say a long time ago, but it was probably like 3 years ago. To me, that's a long time. But she's been great in all those, so I've never had a problem with her. Wait, Joaquin's Phoenix is in Gladiator? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. He's in Signs too, right? I want to watch Signs. That's on my list. MKF30, thank you for the $2 donation. You think the Batman can threaten? I love how you worded that. The Dark Knight for first. I think it definitely can. It has full potential too. I think if it's gonna beat that, what it needs is good action, because I think that's the one thing that the Dark Knight didn't succeed in, and I don't blame really the directors for that. I think it's more like that just wasn't what they were going for. It wasn't supposed to be an action-packed, crazy movie. The action's not supposed to be like, the best shot action ever, because that's not the focus of the movie. The focus of the movie are these amazing characters and all the politics going on in Gotham, and they did that tremendously. But I think some of the action scenes, a lot of it was fantastic, but some of it, it's like it wasn't as brutal as it could be. I think The Dark Knight would have been a million times better if it was rated R. I'll be honest. I know the Batman's not rated R either, but I think it would be heavily improved by it being R. I think a lot of movies could be heavily improved by it being R. I mean, look at Venom 2. Venom Let There Be Carnage would have been 20 times better if it was R. It just would have. Yeah, I didn't know he was in Gladiator. I don't know anyone who's in Gladiator, to be honest. You know what? Two movies I get mixed up: Gladiator and Braveheart. I know those two movies exist. I've never seen either of them, but I always get them mixed up. Braveheart is the one with Mel Gibson, right? I get those two mixed up though. The posters look similar enough to me from what I've seen. So I don't know. Favorite food? I don't know. That's a hard one, because there's so many foods. Probably just a burger. Just a good fucking burger. You have to watch Mother. It's just called Mother. Yeah, we're watching Hunger Games. Don't worry. That's gonna be soon, actually. Ever heard of Family Guy? I've seen probably 1,000 hours of Family Guy, so yeah, I have heard of it. It's probably one of my favorite shows. Like, if I want to laugh and automatically be put in a good mood, I'll either watch Family Guy, Friends, or Impractical Jokers. Those are like my three comedy, like, just laugh till I'm like my stomach hurts type shit. Why is there so many people watching me right now? I don't get it. Um, you have to react to Hunger. Oh, we're doing Yeah, we're doing Hunger Games. Yeah. I thought TDK meant the detachable kid. Yep. No, I haven't seen Wrong Turn or The Hills Have Eyes. I think they're on my list though. My list is huge, man. It's hard. There's so many. Jay Millard. I'm okay. Thank you, Riley. Have you watched Seinfeld? I mean, I've seen episodes here and there, but see, okay, American Dad has more clever humor, whereas Family Guy is more like just in your face, like shock value humor. But I feel like that Family Guy humor sometimes works better for me. Like, you could watch random clips from Family Guy and die from it. Like, you don't have to have any context. American Dad, I feel like you have to watch the full episode and you have to understand actually stuff from the story to laugh at what's going on. There's a difference, which is weird because it's written by the same people, right? Like, but there's a very distinct difference in the two shows. I feel like they're both great though. I do love American Dad. I think Family Guy's a little bit funnier, and I do like the characters a little bit more. But one thing I like about American Dad more than Family Guy is their like intense, crazy episodes are sometimes more entertaining than Family Guy. Like, I don't think it's funnier, but there's been some really solid American Dad episodes. Like the hot tub one, I love that one. That's like, I used to watch that episode every day when I was a kid. The one when the hot tub comes to life. Like, I wanted a whole movie based on that hot tub, like just a hot tub that comes to life alive and is trying to drown people. Like, that's such a weird concept that I loved. That one episode did. That was one of my favorite episodes of TV like ever. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. The hot tub episode of American Dad. I love that shit. Ever since then, I've been thinking of a movie idea of that. Like, come on, that's fucking awesome. A hot tub that tries to drown families that don't want to stay in them because they want to spend time with I'm just rambling now. What do you like most about the Chucky TV show? Um, I think I mean, what I like most about any Chucky show is Chucky, obviously. Like, just Brad Dourif's lines and the comedy that he brings to that role. But, like, specifically, other than that, I think the fact that they're bringing so many elements from the prior movies and working them into this, I think is being handled very well. Oh, yeah, the vomit scene. That's iconic. That's iconic. You know what's actually like a really good episode from Family Guy? And it's not even like good because it's funny, because it's really not that funny. Nothing about it's really. I mean, there's funny moments in it, but the episode's such a well done episode. It's the one where Stewie and Brian get stuck in the bank vault. No, what is it? A bank vault? It was a safe. It was like some safe place or whatever. Some vault. I forget what it was exactly. And they're like stuck in there, and Stewie finds that Brian is keeping a gun in this safe, and they kind of talk about how Brian's like suicidal and stuff. One of the most interesting episodes from Family Guy they've ever done. It was actually like well written and actually had really good dialogue. And it was like a shock because it's like the show's just all about humor and, funny fart jokes and stuff. But then they have this episode that's very serious, and it's like, damn, that's good. That's a good one. You could pick a matching tattoo with your favorite celebrity. Oh, that's a question I don't think I can answer because I have no idea. Oh yeah, no, the Chucky effects have been pretty good. That's true. The movie Christine, but with a hot tub. Never seen that movie. Do you think Chucky would be cool in a Freddy Krueger nightmare? Probably. Yeah, I'm doing the Hawkeye show. Yeah, I was thinking about if I should or not, and I'm gonna do it. Only reason why I wouldn't is just time concern. Like, I just don't know if I'll have the time to do it, but I'm gonna find a way. So it's all right. We'll do it. Are you gonna watch Don't Look Up with Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo? I saw the trailer, but I mean, I might watch it. I don't know. I'm not like excited for it or anything. I'm just might watch it. Would you want the MCU to continue or remake the X-Men because they are making X-Men 97? Oh, how would you want the MCU to continue? Well, they're bringing the X-Men into the MCU. They already kind of said they're gonna do that, but I'm not sure how. Personally, honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think the best way to bring the X-Men into the MCU, literally just do the multiverse and just use the existing characters, because I don't think people are going to like a bunch of recasts of or from X-Men characters that we literally only saw a couple years ago. I think they should take the characters from the... It's hard, though. Wolverine's the only one I don't think should come back because he had such a good send-off. So don't bring back Wolverine. But what I would love is to have X-23 grown up. Well, not really grown up. She's like, what, 16, 17? The actress is probably like 16 or 17 now. Have her come back as the female Wolverine. Now, that would be pretty awesome. But then for the other characters, I mean, you could work them in somehow. There's rumors that they probably would recast them, yeah, but there's rumors of I don't want to go into spoiler territory, but this is not really a spoiler. It's more of a rumor of some like X-Men characters that already existed in the Fox X-Men movies having appearances in Doctor Strange 2. There's rumors. I don't know if they're true. I don't know. I hope they're true because I would love to see some characters return. Even if it's just a cameo or it's just like some multiverse thing. Because, okay, if they recast X-Men, which is okay, the thing I don't get is how are they going to explain that shit? Like, have mutants always existed? Have they always been here? Like, where have they been? You know, that sort of a thing. I don't know how they're going to explain that. And if you just did the multiverse and you just combine the universes or something, then you could make it make sense a lot better. You know what I mean? Did you see the Child's Play remake? Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was fine. I had no problem with it, really. I know people bitched about it because it was a remake and it wasn't like the original, but that's kind of why I liked it, because it was different. Yeah, I like different things. Have you got any Christmas movies lined up? Not that I know of. Not right now, because I don't really know, to be honest. Like, if you guys want to recommend some Christmas movies, go for it. But I would only want to do like Christmas movies that I'm actually interested in watching, though. So like, you know, don't be like, oh, A Christmas Story or something. Like, I don't want to do a reaction to A Christmas Story. Because we already did Die Hard and Lethal Weapon last year, and those were fantastic. So it's like, what else do you do? I've seen Home Alone, so don't. I've already seen both the Home Alones. Are there any good like Christmas action movies out there? I saw Long Kiss Goodnight as well. I did that in like May, I think. I love that. What else would there be for Christmas? I don't know. Wanda should speak mutants. She owns fuck them in the comics. There's a rumor of a Fox character going up against Wanda. Yeah, I want it to be Magneto, especially if it's the Magneto from, you know, the I guess you call it the prequel trilogy. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna call it, from First Class, and you know, the what's his name, Michael Fassbender, that one. If he played Magneto in that movie, I would freak shit. That would be awesome. What's your Instagram? I mean, I don't have like a channel Instagram. I have a personal one, but I don't give that away. Have you seen the new Home Alone? No, I haven't. Not the remake reboot thing. Yeah, Die Hard. I did a reaction to it actually, so if you wanted to see it, you could look it up. Planning on doing new channel banners? I should. They're kind of getting old. I've had them for a while. Well, yeah, but the thing is, though, I liked the ones that people considered bad, but people don't consider New Mutants bad. They consider it garbage. So it's like they're a whole nother level of bad is what people consider that one compared to like Apocalypse and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see how I feel about Dark Phoenix, because I have no idea how I'm going to feel about that. Got a video game question for you. That's a different one. What are your thoughts on the recent accusations of Activision CEO Bobby Kotick? I haven't heard everything about it, but from what I have heard, I think there's a lot of shady shit that goes on in the video game industry, and a lot of it's money based. Obviously, it's the only reason why they don't get in trouble is because they have money. That's like simple reason. It's just they're able to avoid the penalties of consequences of their actions based on money and the power that they have. But they're doing investigations and shit, and I don't know what's going to happen with that. I have no idea. Michael Fassbender versus Lizzie. That'd be awesome. Because that would make sense, because Magneto's her father, but not in that universe, but it's like another universe where, you know what I mean? It's just interesting. That would be cool to me, you know? I've heard people saying they think it's going to be Professor X, But if it is Professor X, that wouldn't make sense for him to fight her, because why would he be fighting her? And I feel like Magneto's powers would just work well against Wanda. Like, I think that would just be a well done scene, you know? That would just be cool. You probably have already done this hundreds of times, but can you rank the Spider-Man movies real quick? I'm gonna be doing that in December after, but for now, quickly, I honestly don't even know because my list changes every other day for the Spider-Man movies because they're so close to each other. Like, there's a razor thin difference between like all of them. It's so hard for me to like specifically rank them, but I know for a fact my favorite is Spider-Man 2. That's for sure. I don't no other Spider-Man movie has beaten that in a yet, at least. I hope No Way Home could beat it, but Spider-Man 2 definitely number 1. And then the second place is like it's a loop between a couple different movies, and I can never pick which one I like the most for second place. And it's interesting couple of movies. So either The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 3, or Spider-Man Homecoming. Like those three, I would all say could possibly be second place. And if they're not, then maybe 3 or 4. Which is weird because I know people shit on Spider-Man 3 and people even shit on The Amazing Spider-Man, but I actually really like them. And I think Homecoming is actually really good. Like, it's, in my opinion, even better than Far From Home, much better. And then after that would be Spider-Man, the original, 2002. Then The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then dead last would be Far From Home. I know Far From Home would be last for sure. I don't hate Far From Home, but out of all of them, it's the one I enjoy the least. I have the most issues with it, and it doesn't really feel like a Spider-Man movie, to be honest. Not because it's in a different country. That's not the reason why, but I wasn't a fan of it. I don't know. Compared to the other ones, as a whole, it still is a solid movie, though. So, what's the next horror movie you're gonna do? I don't know. Maybe Get Out. It's possible I might do Get Out because I've been wanting to do that one for a while. I just haven't gotten to it. So, or Conjuring 2 because we didn't do Conjuring 2 yet. So, but like as of right now, oh, actually, shit. Blade is technically a horror movie, right? I just watched Blade yesterday, so that's gonna come out like next week. So, if you count Blade as a horror movie, there you go. Blade is the next one I'm gonna do. So. Need to see Daredevil. I've seen the first couple episodes and that's it, so I do need to watch the rest. Favorite video game movies? Mortal Kombat, Sonic was pretty good. I liked Sonic. I haven't seen that many, I feel like, so I'll just say Mortal Kombat and Sonic then. I haven't seen that many. The new Mortal Kombat. I haven't seen the one from the 90s. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Are you live? Does this answer your question? I think I heard Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was it a Thanksgiving movie? I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but I'm just going off of what people have said. Yo, Bug with another donation, $10. Thank you so much, dude. They let Tom Holland go to the MCU permanently, and they could take Andrew or Toby to Sony for Spider-Man movies. Who would you prefer, Toby or Andrew? I'm gonna say Andrew because Toby has already had 3 movies. Andrew has only had 2, and Andrew's younger, so he could probably play Spider-Man better for more years. You know, I think Toby has had his time. He had a great trilogy. Give him a couple more things to do, and then send him on his way. I honestly, like, people don't want him to die, but I don't think I'd be opposed to them doing another Spider-Verse movie and having him die in it. Like, I think that could actually be really well done. Not in this movie. I don't think he should die in this one. Do another one. Because they're not going to solve the whole multiverse issue in this movie. We know that because they might send the villains back, but the multiverse is still going to be a thing. Because we have Doctor Strange 2, we have Loki Season 2, we have more multiverse things, Ant-Man 3. So it's not going to end there. Do another Spider-Man thing. Another Spider-Verse movie in like 3 years or something, 2 or 3 years. Have them I don't know, maybe have all three of them go up against Venom. I don't know, something like that, and have Toby die in the next movie. Maybe introduce Miles Morales while you're at it. I don't know. Thank you, Buckbeak. Did you finish Outer Banks? I watched season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet. Would you ever make an OnlyFans? No. I could guarantee you I would never do that. And if you ever see me do that, just know that I'm at the low I'm at a low point in my life. That's all you need to know. Blade deserves more attention. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. You have a few channels now. Is there any difference between your viewers? Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, because they're very different content. The other one's gaming, so people there are interested in video games and Call of Duty specifically. Here, it's all about movies and stuff, so you guys are more interested in movies and shows and stuff. And then the other one, I don't even really call that a channel because I don't really upload to it at all. You guys have looked at it. I uploaded like maybe 5 videos in total, and that's literally just what I call like a garbage channel, where it's like I just throw anything that I don't feel like posting on any other channel. I post it there. That's literally the only purpose for it. It's just anything that I don't want to post on these channels, I'll just post there. I actually might post something on it in a few days because if I have something that's not related to movies or games, I'll put it there. And I wanted to do a video of ranking Thanksgiving food. I wanted to do that just for fun, but like I'm not gonna upload that here. So if you guys want to go follow that, go follow that. It's in the description. Just that's something I'd post on there just for fun. I'll stay up late to see your Evil Dead 2 reaction. Okay. I want to do that, so maybe one of these days. Better watch out. Oh yeah, we got to do a horror Christmas movie, but we did one last year. No, we did Black Christmas, and I like that. But we did Silent Night, Deadly Night, and oh my god, that was awful. People were telling me it was great, but I don't know what they were talking about. Silent Night, Deadly Night was one of the worst things I've seen on this channel so far. No offense to people who liked it. Okay, Ready or Not, I want to see that so badly. I don't know why, but I've seen the trailer, I think, and ever since I saw the trailer, I really wanted to see it. So we'll do that. I don't even know what it's about, but it looked interesting. So thank you, Bryant MTS or MTZ for the $5 donation. What was your favorite human villain in the MonsterVerse? Your favorite monster villain in the MonsterVerse? You're trying to make me recall things that happened a long time ago. Can't remember names. Well, favorite villain, I would say the one from the sequel from King of the Monsters, the one with the 3 heads. What do you call it? I forget the name of it. The one with one with the 3 dragon heads. That would definitely be the favorite monster villain for sure. Humans though, I think the human stuff in the first one was better than the second one. Did you finish Outer Banks? I didn't give it up. I just never watched the second season yet. How do you feel about Marvel movies of this year? I've seen all of them except for Eternals. They've all been kind of just good. Like none of them have blown me away. Like Shang-Chi was good. I didn't think it was like the best movie ever though, so it was just good. It was enjoyable. And then Black Widow, same thing, was good. I think I liked Shang-Chi more though. And then Venom, Let There Be Carnage, I thought was disappointing, but I still thought it was good because I had a lot of hype for Venom. So the fact that it wasn't the best thing in the world is what kind of made it a little disappointing. And I haven't seen Eternals. What else came out this year? That's about it, right? Carlos Fontes with the $5. Thank you so much. Will you ever watch or react to the Da Vinci Code? Maybe. Angels and Demons and Inferno. I've heard of them, but I haven't seen them, so maybe. National Lampoon's Christmas. I have had that recommended, so maybe. Favorite directors? Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, and maybe James Wan. Might be between those three. Or Wes Craven. I don't know. But I know for a fact my number one is probably Christopher Nolan and Steven Spielberg. Those are definitely my top two. 100%. Peter Jackson's fantastic too. Are you gonna watch Super Pets? Probably not. Probably not, but you never know. Maybe. CWM16, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Your Next has the same vibes as Ready or Not. I have heard of Your Next. I haven't seen it though. Sad to hear about Scarlett Johansson with her Black Widow movie. Yeah, didn't she get kind of like fucked over with money? Did they work that out? I don't remember what happened with that. I thought Black Widow was fine. I didn't like I would give it like an 8 out of 10 or something, you know? Like it was a good movie. It just didn't blow me away or anything. It was a very typical Marvel movie. I think Florence Pugh was the best part about it, to be honest. So, and I think she's going to be in Hawkeye, right? Have you watched Tom and Jerry? Not the movie, but I watched the show when I was a kid. Jack Frost. Oh shit, we got to do Krampus. We're gonna do that. That'll be our horror movie for Christmas. Cause that shit's good. Or not that shit's good. That shit I've heard is good. Have you watched Euphoria? The first episode. just the first episode, that's it. Oh, they did work it out. Okay, that's good. I haven't done many comedies on this channel. I think my humor is very like it's got to be really fucking funny. You know what I mean? My humor is definitely more like R-rated humor. So if it's not R-rated, there's not a big chance I'll laugh that much at it. Wait, what is Austin Powers rated? I don't think Austin Powers was R, right? Does it even have a rating? Yeah, no, Austin Powers was only PG-13, so that's one of the only PG-13 movies that killed the shit out of me. It can make me laugh. It's just harder to make me laugh. So my favorites are Steven Spielberg, Ridley Scott, and Coen Brothers. I've never heard of what have they done? I might have seen something they've done. I just don't know. But I'm interested now. No Country for Old Men. Okay, yeah, so a bunch of movies I haven't seen, so I am not familiar with their work. Not yet, at least. If you were to make a horror movie, what would it be about? Oh, I've thought of this a lot. So, all right. You guys ever heard of the Jeff the Killer creepypasta? I think that should be adapted into a movie. Because that's the only thing in this entire world that still scares me to this day. I'm not like, I don't get scared from a lot of things, right? But that face, that fucking face is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. And I refuse to look at it to this day. I mean, I would look at it. I don't want to. Like, I would prefer not to look at it. In a movie with that, having, like, imagine really practical makeup with that face. Like, you don't even have to have good directing to build up tension. Just show that face on screen and you're going to make everyone shit their pants. You know? Like, that's all you need. Like, most horror movies, their faces are not that scary. Like, Freddy Krueger, he's just a burnt fucking cheese face. Like, he looks awesome, but he's not, like, scary, right? But Jeff the Killer, man, that face is fucking terrifying because it looks like, it just creeps the shit out of me. It's so white, and it has the smile, and it's like, damn! A movie with that would be insane. Like, a movie that really makes everyone shit themselves, right? You could even, you don't even have to do the backstory. I mean, you could do the backstory, but literally just having that man chasing you down like laughing like a maniac as he's running at you with a knife, and he can't even blink, and he's just like this white face that in the darkness all you see is just a white face with like a really red scarred up smile. Like that shit's terrifying. Have you seen The Strangers before? I did. I haven't seen the sequel though. Unpopular opinion, I didn't really like The Strangers that much though. Like I know a lot of people love The Strangers, and I am not in that boat. I didn't hate it, but like I felt like 90% of the movie was someone just like walking around the house slowly or running away or something, and I think too much of it was like that. I know they were trying to build tension, but it was like it was a little too much for me. It was like, all right, get to the point. I didn't get scared that much from that movie, I feel like, because of that. I don't know. It was too much tension building, but it wasn't really effectively building the tension the way it should have, you know? Florence versus Haley Steinfeld would be pretty dope. So Harry Styles joining the Marvel Universe. Okay, I heard that. Like I heard, oh, spoiler. I mean, whatever. People have, you know, seen. I'm sure people have seen the movie on it by now. So spoiler for Eternals if you haven't seen it. I haven't even seen it myself, but I already was spoiled by this. But I don't really care that I was, to be honest, because it's not like a big spoiler or anything. But uh, someone said Harry Styles was in the after credit scene as Thanos' brother. Someone said that on Twitter, and I thought it was a joke. So I just went said whatever. I was like, whatever. Okay, that's just a joke. But then I saw the post credit scene. Someone posted it. I saw it. I'm like, what the fuck? They weren't kidding. And it is Thanos' brother. So I don't know. It's interesting. At least in the comics, it is. I don't know if it's gonna be like that still in the MCU. But I mean, I've never seen him in acting before, so I don't know how good he will be. But hopefully, he'll be good. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yes, it is. People say it's not because the main focus of the movie isn't Christmas. That doesn't fucking matter. Like most Christmas movies, the main focus is not Christmas. It's just all you need to have is a Christmas feel to it. So Christmas theme, you know, Christmas music and some scenes. And Die Hard has tons of Christmas music. You have the Christmas decorations throughout the location. You have him using Christmas things in the scenes, like he uses I forget one. He uses some decoration down the elevator in that one scene. It's a Christmas movie. People can fuck off with that, saying it's not a Christmas movie, because it is. I have a letterbox, but I only use it to like make lists, just to. I like keeping lists because sometimes I like to share them. But I do have one. I think it's just Expert Fusion. I think I don't know. I don't know the exact name of it. Did you watch the new Chucky episode for today? It doesn't come out yet, so no. I don't get them early. I'm not special. I wish I was. I wish they gave me early screeners, but I don't get them. He's Thanos' half brother. Okay, that makes more sense. No, I haven't seen E.T. E.T.'s on my list though. I haven't seen it though. Yeah, if it takes place on Christmas, it's a Christmas movie. Yeah, I agree. Well, if it takes place on Christmas or near Christmas and it has Christmas elements in some scenes, at least some scenes. If it's on Christmas and it has literally like there's not a single touch of Christmas in it, then I wouldn't consider it that. But Oliver Mercer with the £5 donation. I'm sorry I missed that. It was you sent it a couple minutes ago. I'll definitely recommend it. The Black Christmas fan film that's called It's Me, Billy. I've heard of it. Cody Leach actually recommended it a lot, and I did not see it, but I will check it out. I will check it out because he has said it before. I just never thought to look it up, but I honestly kind of want to now. I didn't know it already came out though, so I'll definitely check it out because I've heard him talk about it in the past. Yeah, Batman Returns and Gremlins, definitely Christmas movies. I agree. I've seen Gremlins. I fucking love Gremlins. Bug with another $5. What movies do you want to react to that you love and we haven't suggested? Well, the only issue with that is if I love it, that means I've already seen it. And I don't want to react to movies I've already seen. Only because I feel like people don't want to see that. You know? Like, there's so many movies I love so much. But like, doing a reaction, I don't know if it would make sense. Because like, Kick-Ass, for example. I love Kick-Ass. One of my favorite movies. I've seen it a million times. My reaction would be me like being like, "Oh, I love this scene. I love this scene. I love it." I don't know. I could do it, but it would take time away from other things I could do that I haven't seen before. So I'm just probably not gonna do that. But I I don't know. Sometimes I do movies that no one's recommended that I think look interesting, like Malignant. No one really said anything about Malignant. No one really recommended it. Someone might have, but I just might have missed it. But no one really recommended Malignant. I just wanted to watch it because it looked interesting, and I loved the shit out of that. Malignant was one of my favorite movies of this year, so I'm glad I watched it. I've seen all the Rocky movies, so love them. What are your thoughts on Ryan Reynolds, one of the funniest actors in Hollywood? Thoughts on Megan Fox comeback? I didn't know she was making a comeback, to be honest. Uh, Top 3 Gore movies. I would say The Thing. Definitely The Thing. The Fly was pretty gory too. But that was a different type of gore. That was more like not like blood gore. That was like just fucking fly gore, gross. I don't know. Very different type of gore. What other movies are really gory? I have to think about that, but I know The Thing would definitely be number one. What series have you liked but haven't finished? Oh, I did see Kick-Ass too. For that one, I like finishing series, so I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen the Creed movies, and I guess those are technically Rocky movies, right? Part of the same universe. Um, what else have I? I'm trying to think. I don't know because I like to finish them usually. If I liked the first few movies, I usually finish them. So that's kind of how it is. It wasn't like that for Pirates of the Caribbean though. Yeah, Malignant was just a surprising movie. I was not expecting to like it that much. So yeah, a video essay like thing on movies I've already seen. I've thought of doing that, but the issue is I don't think people would want to watch that from me. That's a very popular thing for a lot of people, but for me, I don't know. I I want to do it though, like I do for a couple movies, because I do review type things like that on video games a lot on my other channel, like in-depth things where I really go into discussing it. But the issue with that is when you do like a video essay like that, you usually use a lot of clips from the movie, and sometimes that gets fishy with copyright. Same thing with the reactions, but it's a little bit different when it's the full screen and stuff. So I'd have to really edit a lot that I don't know if I have time for. So if I do something like that, it would have to be when I have the free time to do it, because I wouldn't expect a lot of views out of it. There's a lot of movies I'd love to do that. I would love to do a video essay on Friends, the show Friends. I want to talk about that show so much because it's so good. I can't get over that damn show and how much I love it. You might be like, "What the fuck are you gonna do? How you gonna review?" It's a sitcom, but there's so much depth to that damn show that no one talks about. It's perfection. Have you seen Creep? No, I have not. Yeah, I've seen Terminator 1 too. I reacted to them on this channel. So I get those comments a lot. If there's a movie that you're not sure of if I've seen it or not yet, I might have reacted to it already. So just look up MovieFusion in the YouTube search and then put the movie title after, and obviously it'll come up right after. Are you a film student or exclusively a fan? Fan slash, I mean, YouTube is my job right now. Like it is, but I am a student in college, but I'm not a film student though. I'm doing computer science and psychology, so not film. Part of me wanted to, but then I just the industry. I did way too much research on the industry, and it wasn't something that I think would be good for me in getting into and trying to get into. But as of right now, this is my job in terms of making money outside of just, you know, other things. Do you do all your own editing? No, I do most of it, but I've had someone do 3 videos for me. So there's been 3 videos that have been edited for me by someone else, and the reason why I don't have a full-on editor, it just costs too much. Because I would hate, like, I've had people be like, "Oh, I'll do it for cheap," but I would never pay someone cheap. Like, I just couldn't do that because I know this takes time to edit. And I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I'll give you $20 to do this video." Like, no, it requires a decent payment because you're working hours upon hours on this shit. So there's no way I'm going to like not pay them a lot. But the issue is these videos, they make money. They don't make like a ton of money though. So it's hard to justify paying someone to do it. When I have the time to do it, like I can edit the videos. I have the ability to. And also, I love a lot of people's work on editing, but sometimes I enjoy editing. And I like to do it in such a distinct way that I don't know if everyone else can do the same way I want it to be done. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard to communicate with that. So every now and then I have an editor, and he did a great job. So whenever I need him, I always hit him up and I'm like, "Yo, you want a quick little job, one video?" And he always is down to do it. So it's helpful, especially like final season. I might have him do another video soon because I have finals coming up soon. I'm not going to have as much time, so I might pay him. He does a great job. And the videos that he has edited, I put his link to his website in the description. So if you're interested in checking him out, go check it out. I think he did the Pirates of the Caribbean 4 and 5 video, and he did the I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel. So those 3 videos are all edited by him. Every other one I've done myself though. I hope the Uncharted movie is actually good. I hope so. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Okay. So, pretty simple, actually. I have a couple answers for that one. I love questions like that. I started in 20... Okay, we'll go way back. We'll start from the beginning, like way, way back. I started YouTube in general in 2009. Like, I've been making videos since 2009. So this isn't like a new thing. But I've just made many channels. And at first, it was obviously, I was a 9-year-old. It was just for fun. I was just literally like, I'm just going to do random videos just for fun, whatever. I literally posted videos of like me and my brother fighting over an orange once. Like, it was stupid shit that made no sense. And it was just there for funny. Like, oh, let's just post this funny little thing and see what happens. Whatever. And then I made a new channel in 2013, which is the one I have, the gaming one. I was 100% focused on video game stuff because I felt like video games are something I love, but I always feel like I'm wasting my time playing them all damn day because I play them a lot. And I was only a 13-year-old kid like at this time, so that wasn't really a problem that I was playing games all day because it's like, you're 13 years old, who cares? But I had this mentality where I'm like, I want to be productive with this time, so I'm going to make some content out of this and see what happens. And I wasn't expecting to make money or anything. I didn't really go into it being like, oh, I'm going to be making money and shit. It was just for fun, but it was just like, at least I felt productive because I was making something out of it and I was kind of progressing in terms of my editing abilities and stuff. It was terrible content for the first couple years though. It was never good. But it was fun too because also my friends, they like video games, but they're not like as passionate as I am. So it's like I want to talk about it with people online who are more passionate. So that's why I did it. And then it came to a point in like 2016 where I started to do some movie stuff on that channel. But then in 2020, I think, is when I started this one. And I started this one because I actually started growing a lot of subscribers on the other channel, like a lot. I hit like 10K or something, and I was like, okay, I have a lot of subs now, but like this audience is so split. Half my audience is there for my movie content, half the audience is there for my gaming content. It was so all over the place. People were like, why are you posting a video game video? You should be posting more movie stuff. And I was like, screw it. I'm making a whole new channel for movie stuff, separating the content. And I did that. I'm glad I did because it also helped the channel a lot because it's terrible for the YouTube algorithm to focus on such different types of content. You want to focus on one thing. So I'm glad I did this. And that's why this channel did so well so quickly, because it was centered on movie reactions for so long. And that's what I'm sure literally all of you came from, at least 95% of you. So I love it. It's fun. I enjoy doing this, and it's also paying me now. So, the money's an added benefit. It's not a lot of money. Don't think I'm like rich or anything. I'm not. I have 15K subs. It's not a lot. that's not like insane or anything. It's not. Well, to be fair, you don't get paid based on how many subs you have. It's not even based on how many views you have. It's based on your watch time. So if I post a video that's an hour long and it gets 1,000 views, that'll make probably just as much money as a video that gets 100,000 views but is only 30 seconds long. So it's all about watch time. It's not the views, it's not the subscribers, it's how long are people staying on your video. So you got to get them to click on it in the first place, and then you got to get them to stay on it. That's how you get paid more. So oh, we got a lot of comments. So your reactions are from an audience perspective? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I know a lot about this, like, film just because I'm not gonna say I know more than filmmakers do. Obviously, I don't. But I do look at, like, a lot of behind-the-scenes shit, and I have, I don't want to say studied, but I've looked up enough to the point where, like, I do feel like I'm well versed on some of the aspects of it, but not nearly as much as other people would be. So it's way more of an audience perspective for sure. Yeah. I think I'm decently versed on the writing side of things. Like, directing, definitely not. Like, I have no fucking idea how to use a camera. Like, the only way I know how to use a camera is for recording my, because I don't use a webcam. I use like an actual camera, and I don't even know how to use it that well. I only know how to use it for this. But when it comes to writing, I have researched a lot on writing because there was a period of time where I did want to write stories because I love stories. So, how much time a week do you spend doing vids, recording, editing, posting? Thank you, Bug, for another $5. I'm gonna say, on average, it's never the same every week. I'm gonna say probably 30 to 40 hours. Probably 40. Yeah, it's honestly like a full-time job at this point. 30 hours, I'm going to say. I'm not going to say 40. 30 hours. So it's a little less than a full-time job. Because it takes time. I mean, it's not easy. Some videos are quicker than others. Like that Jurassic Park teaser reaction I posted this morning, that took me 5 minutes to make. It took me like 10 minutes. It took me like 5 to 10 minutes to make. It was nothing. But like that Django Unchained movie reaction, that took like 5 hours to make, Well, okay, no, actually way more than 5 hours. It took 5 hours to edit, but then the movie itself was almost 3 hours long, so that's like 8 hours total right there. So it's like a full shift of work for just one video, which isn't that bad, to be honest. But what makes it hard is that I'm in school, so it's like I'm also focusing on schoolwork at the same time. It's so that's why I'm not able to do like a million videos a week. I wish I could, but I just physically can't. All right, we're gonna keep this going for another like 20 minutes, I think, and then I'm gonna head out. I feel like you have the same posture as the dad from Coraline. What the? I don't even know what my posture was, to be honest, but. Has creating social media content made you wealthy? I mean, relatively speaking, compared to what I was before, yes, but not wealthy like rich or anything. Just more than I had 2 years ago, I guess. Reactions to full-length free use movies like the original Night of the Living Dead. Well, okay, watch time. But the important thing to keep in mind with watch time is if you make them too long and people aren't watching it, then it's an issue, right? So, and that would be, I think that would get copyright claimed if I literally reacted to the full, even if it's a free use movie, is it still not, there's still a copyright on that though, right? I would assume, I don't know. But even if I did that, like a 2-hour video, that's not good because chances are most people are not going to watch the full 2 hours because it's not watch time total, it's watch time compared to what you've done. So it's like a percentage. How much are they actually watching? If YouTube sees that people are only watching 10% of my videos, they're going to recommend my stuff less, you know? So they need to, you need to find a way to make it a perfect length. I need to make sure people are actually sticking around, because are people going to watch a full 2-hour video? Probably not. They might, but not everyone is. Most people aren't. You know, so I think the length I do them is perfect. I do like them 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes like 25. It depends on the movie, really. But I think it's perfect. I gotta pee so badly. I was gonna wait till I ended it to pee, but I want it to go on for another 20 minutes, so I'm gonna be right back. Right back. Favorite music genre? Rock. You know what? Actually, hold on. Where do I put this water? I was gonna put the water over there, but yeah, I might want to drink it. So, favorite music genre? Actually, I don't really know if I have one. Like, I say rock because that's probably the one I listen to the most, but I listen to like every genre. I pick music based on what sounds good to me and what brings back memories of past time. Right? That's all I do. It could be a fucking Katy Perry song. Like, I don't care as long as it like evokes some sort of emotion and nostalgia in me. You know what I mean? That's all that matters at the end of the day. Like, I don't really know if I pick based on genres, but in terms of what I listen to the most, because I usually only listen to music either driving or working out. And rock is like perfect for working out, or like metal is pretty good too for that. But rock is definitely good for that. Is it true that you get less money from when there's nudity? Nudity is, I mean, less money. I don't know about less money, but that might just say no money. To be honest, they might just block the video if there's too much nudity. Sometimes you get away with it though. Like, sometimes they just don't realize it's there. Like, I'm sure there's been a couple of reactions here and there where there's a butt or something in one of the movie scenes and I just didn't get it out. I've personally never had my videos demonetized for anything. Like, I know people say they like are not going to curse, they're going to cut all the blood out and stuff. That's never been a problem for me. So I just don't really care. I just curse as much as I want. But the one thing that did actually get one of my videos blocked, it was once. The Thing reaction got blocked because not because of like gore or whatever. They thought the gore was real. Literally, they thought it was. They said it was real. Like they even said in the block message, they're like, you can have like gore from like practical gore from like movies and stuff, but you can't have real gore. They thought I actually posted a video of someone like dying because The Thing is that realistic of a movie to the point where they thought that was like gore that was in real life, not in a movie. Thought that was crazy. Some movie reactors do one movie reaction genre per month. Yeah, I know people do that. I personally don't like that because some of you guys don't like certain genres. I know October I did a lot of horror, but I don't think I would do that like for every month because like I said, a lot of you guys don't like certain genres and I don't want to like not post a specific genre. I like to keep, diversity every other week, something different kind of. Right now, though, I've been doing a lot of superhero stuff. So those of you who hate superhero movies, I'm sorry, because we got like 3 this month. We did Shang-Chi, we did Logan, and I got Blade coming up soon. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but we had to do those. Go-to workout song? Honestly, anything from Avenged Sevenfold, AC/DC, or Metallica. I think they're like the best ones for that. This might be weird. This might be very weird. But I have a playlist of workout songs. But I have multiple playlists for workout songs, but one of them is like the like actual songs. Another one of them are movie soundtracks that work good for workout songs. You know what I mean? There's a lot of songs that are fucking hype when you're working out, like music from movies. One of them being the Man of Steel soundtrack. Like oh my god, I'm sorry, but that music, when you hear that shit, like I'm gonna play it real quick because like I don't really care if I get copyright claimed, but like I'm just gonna play it real quick. Like when you hear the shit when you're working out, oh my god, it's hype. Like this shit just fucking like just imagine like just like lifting to that shit. Like oh my god, it just it works so well. It pumps you up. You're like I'm fucking Superman in this shit. I have a couple other songs like that on there. It's great. No, I can't show you my guns because they'll take down the video because guns aren't allowed on YouTube videos. It'll break the camera. Holy shit, you don't care. I probably will get copyright claimed for that. They're ridiculous with that shit, but I don't know. Maybe I won't. It was like 5 seconds of it. I don't really care if I do because you guys donated like $140 today, so like I don't care about fucking ad revenue. Ad revenue can suck my dick. The Jurassic Park reaction today got copyright claimed actually, so I don't make anything off of that. But again, I don't really care that much. Like it's not a big deal. I'm not like I need to make money on every video. Like no, it's okay. It's okay if I don't. Now, when it comes to like reaction videos that I worked like 8 hours on, then those are annoying to not make money from. But like right now, I'm literally just talking to you guys. Like it's not a big deal. But like when I work like 8 hours on a video, then yeah, I do want to make money from it. So I'm like, I would like if this wasn't copyright claimed because I spent 8 hours of my life doing this shit. And I don't feel like, I don't feel, what's the word? I don't feel greedy saying that because it's like, that just makes sense. Like I know a lot of people who they'll say stuff like, I don't understand this thought process. I know YouTubers who have a lot of views and a lot of subs, and they turn off ad revenue on their videos because they say, "What the fuck is that?" Let me just, I'm not gonna even remove it. I'm gonna let it stay there. um, they say they turn off their ad revenue because they are very passionate about it and they don't want money to get in the way of their passion. And I'm like, how is ad revenue going to get in the way of your passion? Like making extra money on the side's not going to stop. Like it's allowing you to justify the time you spend on it. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's not a bad thing to be happy about making money from YouTube, because it's like it doesn't mean you're not passionate about it. It doesn't mean you're doing it for the money. It means you worked hours upon hours on this. If you didn't make money from it, you would feel like, wow, I could have been working at a job or something, and I could, you know what I mean? And it's like it's just the way that's just the way the world is, you know. If we lived in a world where like money wasn't a thing, then whatever. But like, man, gas prices are gross these days. Like, I don't know about you, but I drive way too much to be not having money for gas. So it's a matter of just how it is, you know. Yeah, exactly. Like they act like they don't. You could tell it's fake too. It's like, shut up. Of course you like the money you're making. Like, shut up. You like the money you're making. You know you do. Okay, well now this person said two things, and I'm gonna have to block this person. I think it's a bot. There's nothing wrong with liking the money you're making. There's just nothing wrong with it. Now, what's wrong is when you start being greedy about it and manipulating your viewers into getting more money. Then that's when it becomes a problem. Then you're like, okay, now you're a piece of shit. You know, there's a big difference between that. You know, you could tell when someone's getting greedy with things. Like, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but I've seen people do greedy things where it's like, okay, chill out. Like doing a charity stream or something and then keeping some of the money for yourself or something. Like that sort of a thing. Like that's like you're being a piece of shit. But literally just making money off of your content because you spent a lot of time on it, like there's nothing wrong with that. And I think you got to admit, like, would you be able to do that happily if you weren't making money from it? I don't know. Beats flipping burgers. You should watch Wrong Turn movies. Maybe one of these days. I don't know. Do you have more dudes or girls? I think dudes. I mean, there's more guys on YouTube as a whole, though. So that's not like surprise to me. I don't think many channels have mostly girls. Maybe like makeup channels do, but that's about it. Because I think the amount of guys on YouTube is already higher than girls, you know. It's okay to admit you live in a society. When can you tell a YouTuber has started making too much money? Um, I don't know. I don't think there is such thing as too much money for YouTubers, because YouTubers is like you're making money. It's not like you're getting, unless you're a partnership, but for the most part, you're making money based on like consumers. They're not buying your products. I mean, unless you have a Patreon, but they're mostly just watching your videos, you know? So you get paid for more people watching your videos. Like, to me, that's just like that's just how it is. But I don't know. Oh, Ninja said because he preferred it because it made him feel better. Yeah, no, he did it because he was getting paid more. No, that is true. You know what actually like bothered me though, and it makes me have a whole new perception of greed. Because you know I'm a psych major, so there's a lot of psych related things I'm interested in, and I research a lot of psych things. What was really interesting to me is that in our human nature, we always want more. And this makes perfect sense. I mean, do you ever feel like you have enough? Usually not. And generally speaking, you want more. You want to be even better than you are. You want to do even better than you are, which is good. You should always be trying to improve yourself. But that becomes an issue because even people who have billions of dollars, or not even billions, just like millions, even though that's enough for them, they're happy living off of that, they still want more. And it's not like we always call people like that greedy, but it's kind of just human nature. I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to like, oh, you already have so much, you don't need more. But it's like, that's just how we work. You know, if you make bill like that's why people who are born into really rich families get so spoiled because if they don't have that their whole life, they're gonna be like pissed off and they're gonna want to get where they were when they were with their family, you know? So when you have like born to a billionaire family, maybe that money doesn't translate over well to you, and then now you're not a billionaire when you're on your own, and then that's when they start doing really greedy shit to try to get as much money as possible because they physically can't live life without having billions of dollars because they're just not used to it. Which is why I'm happy I was born in a middle class family, because I don't want to be like that. But I don't know. I do think money, you don't need that much to be happy. Like it's not a necessity to be happy. Well, you need some. Another thing they did was that in terms of happiness, for making like it was like 5,000 a year to 100,000 a year is a massive difference in happiness. But from 100,000 a year to a million a year is not a big difference apparently. Like in terms of your perception of that amount of money, it's not that different. So like you don't need to be a millionaire. Like you could be making 100,000 to be very very happy. But if you're making only 5,000 a year, well then you're not going to be happy because that's not enough to live off of in most places in the United States at least. So yes, I'm very excited for episode 7 of Chucky. It's okay to take pride in success. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I always feel bad about doing it. Like I don't like cheering myself on. My legs are in the air, baby. What the fuck? Nadia, get out of here. Shit. Oh my god. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Just family, food, and chilling. Yeah, exactly. When the success becomes more important than the creating it, exactly. Like, there's been many times where I'm like, I post a video and I know it's not going to do well, but I do it anyways because I really like the video. Like my other channel, my gaming channel, I just spent like, fuck, I don't even know, probably like 5 hours on a video where I was reviewing the new Call of Duty. It was a really well thought out video. It took a while. And I know it's not going to get that many views. I know it's probably going to get like 500, maybe 1,000 views, which will probably translate to like a couple dollars, maybe $10 at most. I don't know. But I really enjoyed making it. It was in my free time, so I didn't let it cut into other work. Whatever. It was fun to do. I may create the very first superhero horror film. It doesn't Blade already exist? Wasn't Blade a superhero horror film? Technically. I don't know if people consider it that, but I thought it was considered that. Do you like Vanguard? I don't love it, but I think it's fine. I hate the zombies. The zombies is awful, but the multiplayer is average. Haven't finished the campaign yet. My new Tinder bio: family, food, and chill. It's all that you need in life. It's all that you need in life. I think in life, what needs to be balanced is happiness, health, and money. Those three things. And they all work off of each other very well. You're likely to be happier with more money. You're likely to be happier with more health. You don't want to, focus on one of those more than the other. You want to just make sure you get all three of those in your day. And I feel like we do. Like when you think about it, life is already designed to balance those three things out. I mean, think about it. You probably spend a third of your week working. I would assume maybe like a third of your week, maybe a little bit less, working for money, right? You probably spend another third of your week either sleeping, working out, or eating, which is all involved in health, just keeping yourself healthy. And then another third probably just doing things that you would like doing in your free time, which is all happiness, There you go. Do you live alone? No, not right now. I mean, I lived alone for a little bit in the freshman year of college, but well, I guess not alone. I had a roommate, but no, I live home. Home with the Fam. I'm only 21, by the way, so it's not like a surprise. Will you do a PO box? I've thought of it, but I've seen some fucking gross shit with happening with a PO box. I've seen people send shit in people's PO boxes. I don't think you guys would do that, but you never know. But I kind of want to. I do. I might do that. I might. That'd be fun. I don't even know how to do that, but I'll think about it. I'm not sure how many of you guys would actually send stuff though. If you guys would, that I'll definitely do it. But oh no, no one likes Super Freddy. I haven't seen either of those movies. Josh Woodhouse, Brightburn. Oh, I heard about Brightburn. I didn't see it though. Yeah, Scream comes out in literally 2 months. That's really soon. Have you seen the Urban Legend trilogy? Nope. I have not. No, I haven't watched Game of Thrones. It's all designed to be balanced. My brain unbalanced it. It's hard to maintain it, but that's like the most important thing. Is just balancing that shit. No, that is true though. Not everyone gets to divide it evenly though, because I mean, some people like they physically need to work more. I know people who they're working like 16 hours a day. I'm like, oh my god, like that would kill me. But some people just have to. Some people want to actually, like they love working, and well, that's the thing though, because when you can do things that do both. Like your working does not have to be unhappy. You could still be happy while you're working. So it's like you're still gaining that sense of happiness even while you're working. Will you be recording a reaction to the new Chucky after this? Yes, probably in the next hour when it comes out. Yeah. I am ready for Spider-Man. Very, very ready. I am 21. I don't know why, but like, I like speaking Spanish when I talk when I say words. I don't know Spanish. I know not words, numbers. Like whenever I count to 10, I count it in Spanish for some reason. Like I don't have any Spanish speaking people in my life. I don't. I wasn't bad at Spanish, but like I didn't like do. I wasn't like the best at it or anything. But I don't know why, but it's more fun counting in Spanish than it is in English. Some YouTubers have received adult toys in their PO box. Yeah, see, I don't want to get that in my PO box, to be honest. Did you play Halo Infinite? I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet. Yo, my man's shitting on the Elm Street franchise. Damn, that hurt me. Have you watched How I Met Your Mother? No. Oh wait, someone asked me and I forgot to answer it. Like a long time ago, someone asked me about Friends. I don't know why I didn't answer it. I think I was going to the bathroom or something and I saw it, but I didn't answer it. I forget why I didn't answer it, but fuck. It was a good question about Friends. It was a long time ago though. I forget what it was. I wanted to talk about Friends so badly, so I saw the question, but I just didn't answer it. Where was it? I don't think I could see it anymore. It was probably further up. And there's a certain point where they don't let you see it anymore. Okay. Well, I think it was something about like, why did you start watching Friends? Like, how did you start watching it? My answer was simply that I think I started watching when I was 11. It was just on Nickelodeon one day, and I was just saw it on, and thought it was funny. How do you hope The Walking Dead will end? I think season 11's okay. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I hope it ends. Rick coming back, obviously, and I want a big reunion. I want a big war between CRM and Commonwealth, and everything to kind of just be wrapped up nicely, basically. 16 Hours Day, I'd rather start OnlyFans, pretty much. Have you seen Fear Street? Yes, I've seen all three of them. And unpopular opinion, I didn't love it. I thought the second one was the best, and I thought the third one was kind of just not good. The first one I liked. but I didn't love. As a whole, I didn't think it was the best thing ever. Some people thought it was the best thing ever. I was like, it was good. It was entertaining. Entertaining. How I Met Your Mother better than Friends? I haven't seen How I Met Your Mother, so I couldn't answer that. I couldn't give my opinion on that, but Friends is so good. Oh, it's just so good. It's the acting. I think the acting is what does it for me because those guys and girls just know how to act, man. They know how to act. And so they make every situation hilarious. The show would not be funny without them. It just wouldn't. And even the moments that aren't funny, but they're just entertaining because they're just well written. You know what I mean? Wow, MovieFusion doesn't support international viewers. What do you mean? I support everyone unless you come in here being a dick, then I won't support you anymore. Do you think season 11 is gonna flopped? Are you asking did it flop, or are you asking is it going to flop? I don't. Learn French. I'll try. Ross and Rachel or Joey and Rachel? What kind of a question is that? Ross and Rachel, obviously. Oh, Rennie said Joey and Rachel. No. I actually was okay with that. Like, that was an interesting little thing. People said it was a stupid subplot. I just said stupid. I didn't even, whatever. My pronunciation's terrible. I was never one, like in elementary school, I don't know if you guys had this, but like certain kids who couldn't speak well had to take like speech classes or whatever. I never had to do that, but I always thought my speech was terrible. I always mispronounced things all the time. I don't know. But what I was saying before, that subplot, a lot of people thought it was stupid. I thought it was fine. Favorite Friends character? That's a very hard question because I pretty much like 5 of them equally. Like, Phoebe's the one I dislike the most. No, not dislike the most. Like the least. Phoebe's never been interesting to me as much as them. When she has storylines, I like it and it's fine, but I've never been like that into her character compared to the other 5. Just straight up. She's fine though. Entertaining when she's there, but to me she's the least funny. She has the least interesting story. Just my opinion. I think Ross, David Schwimmer is the best actor, so the acting on that man and everything he does is the best. So it makes Ross automatically probably the funniest to me. I don't know. Chandler is the most relatable to me. Like, I relate to Chandler the most, so like I feel like I'm him most of the time. So he's relatable. His humor is funny, but honestly, I think Ross's situations that he gets in can sometimes be funnier. They're both hilarious though. Joey is just like the stupid funny where he's just like everything about him's hilarious in every moment pretty much. He's probably up there as well. I don't know, man. And Monica and Rachel are kind of like the same in terms of like they just work really well. I don't know. It's hard to pick. I can't pick. Are you into Dexter? I haven't seen Dexter, no. Majority of the show are just them complaining, and Joey and Chandler are the only ones that are funny. Complaining about what? I like watching people complain, so. The Ring, I think I've seen The Ring a while ago, though. Will you support Nadia's OnlyFans? Probably not. Which TV show, movie character matches your personality closest? Probably fucking Chandler. Probably fucking Chandler then. Other than Chandler, oh, I don't know. That's a fucking hard one. I don't know. Ross is a horrible character. He was unbearable. Hey, don't you dare talk about Ross like that. That man, like, everything that happens to that man in that series is hilarious. Like, he just gets so many unlucky situations, a lot of the time caused by himself, but that's what makes it even funnier. I mean, that's what I love about that show is that all the characters are so flawed. Like they all do stupid things. They all have big flaws that piss you off, but that's what makes the situation so interesting. And they always come out of it, and they usually overcome a lot of these flaws by the end of the series. I think most of them did, at least. There was actually some good development, you know? Yes, Ross over Phoebe. Hell yes. It's gonna be a Ted and Robin shipper. I don't even know who those characters are. I'm assuming they're from Hunger Games, but I don't know. But Phoebe lived in the street. Favorite movie? Joker. I'm glad your face cleared. Your acne always bothered me a bit. You know, I'm glad you said that because I was looking at pictures and I did realize that it did change. Because you don't really notice the change yourself because, I mean, you look in the mirror every day. You know, you always see yourself. So it's like, it's hard to see the difference as you're there. Like, I can't even notice the difference in terms of like building muscle and stuff because you see yourself every day. But then when you look at old pictures, then you're like, oh shit, yeah, there was a difference. And so I'm glad you noticed there was a difference because I honestly haven't noticed myself. I have been using stuff, so that's probably why. Ross is literally going to hell. Could you do a Walking Dead character rankings? I'll do a video like that one day. Not until The Walking Dead comes back, though, because right now it's irrelevant to a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna take that comment from Old Man Jenkins the wrong way. I don't get offended, so don't worry. Like I don't care that he says it bothered him. I don't really care. But I appreciate you guys looking after me. But trust me, I don't get offended. Like I get a lot of hate comments about like stupid shit sometimes that are just like mean and they're not even like criticism. Like I like constructive criticism, but there's a lot of like things that are just people just being dicks for no reason. I never care. I'm always just like, okay, whatever, cool. It just never bothered me. I don't know. Have you ever considered acting? Yes, but I've literally never acted in a single thing before, other than a second grade play. I was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I was an Oompa Loompa. That's the only thing I've done. I was a fucking Oompa Loompa. But like, I don't know why, but I just feel like I would be decent. I just it don't have the time to get into that. That's the issue. I just if I had the time, and also if you don't know people, you don't have the avenue for it. It's very hard to get into that. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to get into that. But I just I don't have the time. I've heard a lot of shady shit too, like a lot of different programs in Europe. There was this one program that was trying to get my contact. Like I signed up for this thing to be like an extra in a movie. I think it was actually Halloween 2018. I signed up for it when I was 16 years old. I signed up to be an extra in Halloween 2018, I think. They were like, "Oh, a new Halloween movie's coming out and like be an extra or whatever." I signed up for it. And this agency like program like was like contacting me. And I was so skeeved out by it because why were they trying so hard to get me to go there? You know what I mean? Like they were texting me and sending me calls every other day. They would not do that. They don't give a shit about an individual person. They take it whoever they can get, you know? So they're not going to go out of their way to try to get one person. So I looked this company up. I found so much shit from this company. Like they scam people all the time. They send you there. They have you get they do like whatever face shots, whatever you call them, and they charge you for it, and then they never call you back. I'm not bothering with that shit. Like that's too much effort to drive all the way to the city for that and like do all that for just getting scammed. So I don't know. It's hard to get into that stuff, you know. Have you ever watched Ross without the laugh track? I have. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I have seen Stranger Things. One of my favorite shows ever. Yeah, I mean, some people shit on me for my opinions, but that's fine. I don't mind that. It's all about. I mean, I've never understood If you go on Twitter, Twitter's the worst with this. Oh my god, Twitter is god awful. The typical conversation is Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie. And then the next person says, "No, it's not. It's Spider-Man 3. You're stupid." It's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, it's all opinions, man. Yeah, I must have sucked. That was such a fun. I missed that though. That was like second grade. That was fun. The music stuck in my head. The dude who played Willy Wonka was quite the singer. All right, I'm gonna go in the next 5 minutes. I think 10 minutes, maybe. I don't know. Only cause Chucky's on soon. I gotta watch it. We need you to play someone in the X-Men. Oh, I'd love that. I think I could be a good Cyclops, right? Don't I look like Cyclops a little bit? I don't know. Yeah, I'm very cognizant of scams. I've been having people try to scam me way too many times for me not to see that. I've had people. I was trying to get a logo done actually for my channel. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the logo is a little bit different than it was a couple months ago. I actually, thankfully, someone who's a subscriber of the channel wanted to do it, and I told him, I'm like, I'll pay you, but he was like, no, I want to do it for free, and I'm like, okay, fine. He did a very good job, so I appreciate it a lot from him. And but before that, I just like offer. I just asked on Twitter. I'm like, does anyone want to like help me with the logo? And they'll obviously get paid for it. And I got like millions of things, and people were like talking really weirdly to me. And I was like, okay, it sounds like a scam, just the way they're talking to me. And then they were saying I have to charge up front, which is automatically a red flag if you're gonna charge me up front for a service you're providing me. That's usually not how this works. Usually you don't get charged up front for it. So I'm like, I don't know about that one, Chief. And then they just, yeah, I just, whatever. What movie you're looking forward to the most next year? The Batman. Definitely the Batman. Releasing 2 days earlier in it. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know if you guys saw this. If you're following me on Twitter, you would probably see it. I replied to a tweet about I made a British joke, a British accent joke, right? Which is the most harmless joke ever about British accents because I thought it was funny, right? It got like 1,000 likes or something. I had so many people sending me not only death threats but also telling me they're gonna spoil No Way Home for me, which is somehow worse than death threats. I don't know why. Fucking telling me they're gonna spoil No Way Home for me was worse than death threats, but it was because they're getting the movie 2 days early because UK gets it 2 days early. It's not a big deal because I was like, I can just not go on Twitter those 2 days, but like they got so pissed over it was the most harmless joke ever. It was like how people when they say in British accents sometimes when they say Tuesday it sounds like Tuesday. I said something about that and they're like, oh no. I was like, okay, all right, calm down. It's a fucking it's it's an accent joke. Make fun of fucking New York accents all you want. I don't give a shit. I don't think I have a New York accent, do I? I don't really feel like I do, but some people say I do. You would be a good Mystique. Oh, I definitely would be. You're right. Never spend money for representation until they get. Yeah, exactly. That because the thing is, I can't scam them because I have a 15,000 subscriber YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like, if I scam them, they have the ability to expose my ass and get me in trouble for it. And I think if you guys all saw that I was being an asshole, you probably wouldn't support me anymore. I have something to lose here, right? I'm a good person, so I would never do that even if I didn't have something to lose. But I have something to lose, so there's no reason for me to scam someone. But this person has nothing. They literally had like 100 followers or something. They don't have much to lose there. They could easily scam me and just take my money and leave. And I can't do anything about it. I don't know who they are. They don't have a channel that I can expose. So like, you know what I mean? It makes no sense for me to pay up front in that situation. It just doesn't make any sense. And that's nothing to do with being like that's not like a power thing. It's not like, oh, I have more followers than you, so you have to pay up front. But it's literally like I'm paying for your work here. Like, you know what I mean? It just makes sense. Even if they had more followers, I still think you would have to paying up front would be dumb. What's your ethnicity? I'm Italian, German, and Jamaican. I'm not even joking about the Jamaican part. Not even joking. But mainly Italian, German. It's a little bit of all that, I guess. Young Magneto. Do I look like Magneto? I don't know. I have a little bit of German blood in me, so, you know, maybe. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I'm going to do that one of these days for sure. Yeah, we're going to do Braveheart and Hacksaw Ridge. I want to do Hacksaw Ridge, not even just for Mel Gibson. Wait, is Mel Gibson in that, or did he just direct it? I don't know, but whatever. I want to see Hacksaw Ridge because of Andrew motherfucking Garfield. I'll be honest. Yeah, no, Twitter is a rough place. Dude, Riverdale, I watched the first couple episodes like a couple years ago, and I hated every second of it, I'll be honest. No offense to people who like Riverdale, but I hated it. I sound like I'm from Ohio. Canadians can't pronounce the word T in them the best. Oh yeah, they kind of can. I love Canadian accents. I love accents. Like accents just fascinate me. Like southern accents and stuff. Like I fucking love when I meet people with different accents. It's always the best. It's just so interesting. Yeah, I did say I was gonna go a while ago, but that's kind of what happens. So I don't know. Most overrated and underrated show. Underrated show. I mean, The Walking Dead's my favorite show, and it gets a lot of hate. So I'd probably say The Walking Dead. Most overrated. I don't know. That's a tough one. I can see the dreads a little in your hair. You're more of a Peter Parker. I wanted to be Peter Parker my whole life. Like that man is my idol. That's why I love the Spider-Man movies so much because like I just I changed my hairstyle to be more like Peter Parker when I was like 10. I literally got a haircut. I'm like I'm not even kidding at the haircut. I told the barber, I said, "Give me the Andrew Garfield." I literally told him that. Give me the Andrew Garfield. No, I was 12, not 10, but whenever the Amazing Spider-Man came out, I told him to give me the Andrew Garfield. He was like, "What?" I did see the Stranger Things teaser. I reacted to one of the teasers, but not. I don't think I did to the other one though. I'll see you, Rennie. I'm gonna be going soon. Hacksaw Ridge is a good movie. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm excited to watch it. It's a most New York. Well, I don't live in the city, but I live close enough. Oh fuck. Actually, hold on. I could show you guys right now the most New York thing I've ever seen. Hold up. It's on my Snapchat memories. I was in the city over the summer. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it well, but hold on. I don't know. Fucking A. Look at that. Look at this dude. He's like, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing, but what is he doing? He's got a shirt off. He's wearing a skull mask, and he's like doing those curls with the little I don't know what do you call it, the like a rubber band thing you like put it around your leg and you like do curls with it. That's the most New York thing I've seen. He's got a skull mask on. It wasn't even close to Halloween. I don't know. I don't know. It was in the summer. Who's getting killed this week in Chucky? I have no idea. I feel like if it's gonna be anyone, probably the teacher. Maybe the junior's dad even. You can get the Clark Kent style glasses. Yo, right here. These aren't even like actual glasses. These are just like the. Sometimes I wear them when the screen is fucking up my eyes. Because I stare at a screen a lot. I mean, schoolwork and YouTube work all is on screens, so it's like, yeah, it's a lot of screen staring for me. So these are kind of help you with your eyes if your eyes are hurting from it and stuff. Friends is overrated. Get out of here. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now. I think it's time. I also have to pee again because I drank a lot of water. I had a full cup of this, and then I got more after going to the bathroom the first time, and now it's almost gone. So yeah, and Chucky's on soon, so I gotta get ready for that. So I will see you all later. You need to react to Star Wars. I've already seen all the Star Wars movies. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've seen them all many, many times. It's one of my favorite franchises. But when the new Star Wars stuff comes out, like the new shows, I will react to those. Like Obi-Wan, we're going to react to that. Or we're going to react to Ahsoka, all that stuff. If you want to see me cry like a bitch, Mandalorian Season 2 finale reaction video, I cried. So go check that out. I got to do like a compilation of me crying because there's been a couple times I have. I feel like it'd be kind of funny. Only like four times I'm thinking, right? Maybe 5. I don't know. All right, I'll see you all later. Thank you all for watching. What kind of music are you listening to? I'm look. I'll literally go through it right now just because I kind of want to. I keep saying I'm gonna go. Yeah, AC/DC. We got some Aerosmith, Rolling Stones, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Green Day, Kiss, Motley Crue, Led Zeppelin. That's my classic rock playlist. I know not all of it's technically classic rock, but a lot of it is classic rock. I got some Eminem stuff here too in another playlist. I don't really listen to him that much, but I have before. Radiohead, the fucking Black Eyed Peas. I have some Rihanna songs. Rihanna's really good. I mean, come on, you're lying to me if you don't think she's good. There's a couple just one-off songs that aren't even part of like a specific band that I listen to, but I just like the songs, so I just listen to it. All right, whatever. You got the idea. I'll see you. I'll see you all later. Do you love Squid Game? Oh, Squid Game was so good. I love that show so much. That was such a good show. I was expecting it to be overrated. I was like, okay, everyone and their mother's talking about Squid Game, so of course it's going to be overrated. But no, it was not. It was as good as everyone was saying it was. Loved that show, man. All right. I'll see y'all later.